As far as I'm concerned, I've never been married. Have you ever been married?
I've never, not that I know of.
Okay, not that I know. No, maybe in
No.
another life, Bill, but not. No, I'm not aware of that.
I've had some pretty
So
crazy nights though.
I've been to Las Vegas. I don't know.
the reason I bring up wives, I'm currently on my third.
Okay, congratulations. Third time's the charm.
That's what they say, except
And
for
we love
Tracy.
Tracy.
Tracy
We-
never says that.
We lo- well, if she says it and you say it, that's six. So that doesn't count. So it can only be third on one person. It can't be third for everybody, right?
That's
I don't
probably
know.
true.
I don't know how the math equates there.
But my first wife was a hairdresser. This is how irony works. I used to get perms, people.
Real? Oh man, I've got. Do you have a picture by any chance that we can see of that,
Thank
Bill? I would
goodness
love to see a Bill
I
Keevan
do
perm.
not.
Well, this is the
I
thing.
don't.
Either you get to supply us with one, or I'm going to Photoshop a perm on you. It's one of the. It's one of. It's
That's
one of
a
the other.
great idea.
That's rereasonable. It's reasonable and fair.
We'll just have the years of Bill Keevan.
We'll have it. We'll have it ready for you by Friday night.
Oh, it's gonna be fantastic. Oh, so continue. Sorry. So third
no.
time's the charm. 1996. You got married. You lost all your hair. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
No. So I was married, and I'm going to say a year, and neither one of you say anything about this damn year. So I got married first in 1986.
Fantastic.
So that was the first time I got married.
That was the year after the first Back to the Future came out, right? He was 1985 when he went
Yes.
back from 1985 to 1955.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was going to timestamp myself.
Yeah.
With that year, but I decided not to for Bill's sake.
Yeah. Where was everybody in the chat in 1986? What's up, Daniel, Glenn, Lane, Michelle? Great to see you guys. We're chatting with Bill, the 5-minute professor. He doesn't even have a last name. I love it. He's like Sade, Madonna, Seal, Prince,
Actually,
God.
Bill.
the bill is just so I don't make you call me professor, because I'm not a professor. But everywhere I go, people call me professor, and it's a little disingenuous when I'm doing it with something which is quite this.
I was wondering when the appeal and the intelligence was going to arrive, and there it is. I see it right there. Oh, I love Tracy. She's fantastic. I love her. So, Bill, the 5-minute professor. So, before we get into who's Bill, the 5-minute professor? And I mean, I understand why they call you a professor. You're very intelligent. You're articulate. You're well spoken. You know, all that good stuff.
So I've done radio for a long time, and as you can tell, there's a tactical error being made right now, which is that there's one camera which is panned out, so both of you very attractive people are far away from the camera. And me and my face made for radio right here. I'm like 2 feet away from my desk where the camera is. This is a mistake. This is
But
a
Bill, you have
error.
those steel blue eyes, like Mel Gibson, like David Hasselhoff. You know, like the elite A-list men
And
of
the
the 80s.
And the combo of that voice.
Yeah, the
And then I
voice.
see,
And he's
hey,
brilliant.
Look at those eyes.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's taken Tracy Will Hurt You.
That's why she showed herself.
Yeah, that's why she showed
Like,
herself.
I'm here and I'm
here
listening.
and I hear every word you're saying.
watch it.
Everything. I'm seeing all the comments.
So the reason I am the 5-minute professor is because I did radio. And I did 10 years. I did a national show. And for 9.5 years, I was on the Phillips File.
Oh, dude, I love the Phillips File.
So I did a bit on the Phillips File every Wednesday or Thursday night. It moved around during the time I was on it. But for 9.5 years, I did a bit called the 5-minute professor, where I did a lecture about something.
I love it.
And then we did a quiz. And it was like a half hour of weekly programming. And that's where this character, the 5-minute professor, the character is me about 88%.
What were the years of your tenure on Real Radio?
So this is actually very easy for me to peg, because it started just before my daughter was born. So it was 2009.
Okay.
Up until 2018 when he went off the air.
I've definitely heard you. I used to listen to the Phillips File. I listened to it in 12, 13, and 14. I used to listen to it all the way home. And I would say I'd say I got off at 5, so maybe between 5 and 6 or something like that. And I'm going about 7 years back now. But I remember listening to the Phillips File. What a fantastic voice he had. He had great people on there. He always had good
spectacular.
He always had good staff. Really, really good.
Without question, the best person I've ever worked with in radio.
Man, that is awesome. That is awesome. Now, you still do the 5 Minute Professor. You still do your trivia. You still do your intellectual. You are liaison of intellect, my good man.
That is a way of putting it.
He's like, it's not my way of putting it, but it is a way.
It's a way. Yeah, I host live trivia shows as the 5 Minute Professor, and I'm available for private for hire.
That's awesome.
And I've hosted, things other than trivia.
Man,
but that's what I do when I'm not actually working to make money.
Gotcha. And what do you, we'll get into that later. What you do to make money? I'm going to put that into quotations, the air quotes especially. I'm not even going to write them down. That's even more more quotation. It means more if you air quote it for a living, for money, whatever. We barter and trade here, Bill Keevan. That's what we do.
I totally get that. That's how radio works.
Right.
If you want to get into radio, which I did as an adult, I got into radio when I was 30, and the actual currency of radio is hats and T-shirts. Would you like one? Because I got plenty.
It's all the swag. So much swag. He got real radio swag for years.
Not even swag. Hats and T-shirts. That's what I have.
No bottle openers. No bottle warmers. Nothing like that. Just hats and T-shirts.
Hats and T-shirts. Period.
I like it. That's fantastic. Well, I mean, hey, you can't ever have enough hats and T-shirts. Maybe, I'm not sure. At least you always have rags. You can wipe down your car. You can polish things. You can do so many things with so many T-shirts. You can donate a lot of them and clothe the people that need clothing. You can help a lot of people there, Bill.
I'm almost certainly could in Florida. Not in Chicago. They don't need an extra T-shirt in Chicago to try and survive.
Not. Or hats. I don't think they need either one of those. Well, Bill, we got you for a couple minutes. And thank you so much for joining us. This is a community conversation, which is super cool. And we have a great show coming up with you this Friday, which is going to be awesome. We're going to get into that because, ladies and gentlemen, the intellect travels. That's right, from the head to the microphone to the camera. And that's going to be happening this Friday, and this is super cool. We met Bill years ago. The Commodore and I met Bill over at Hourglass Brewing, where he was doing one of those
as the 5 Minute Professor.
As the 5 Minute Professor, we were having tacos, which was fantastic.
At Waco Taco.
At Waco Taco, and here this gentleman is walking around, engaging people in fantastic conversation. He has a frequency that can be heard above all things, which is fantastic. You need to have that. Which was really great. And the next thing I know, we meet Tracy. Tracy was fantastic. She worked at a reserve. We'll leave it at that because I don't necessarily know if we're allowed to bring out titles. Next thing I know, we crash Tracy's kitchen, and here's Bill. And when we're crashing Bill's kitchen, at the same time we're crashing Tracy's kitchen, and the whole world has gone crazy. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Now we have a show this Friday, which I'm super stoked to talk about. This is going to be a lot of fun. I know very little about it, as does the Commodore. That's why we have Bill here, ladies and gentlemen, not only to introduce you to the 5 Minute Professor, he who is the 5 Minute Professor, but the incredible intelligence that comes along with that man's brain and information as well, all the I words for this Friday show. So, Bill, we're going to play a song real quick. We're going to be right back with you. Ladies and gentlemen, you can go to the 5 Minute Professor /shinesthehead.com. You can get 10 tips from Bill Keevan himself, how to look squeaky clean, ladies and gentlemen, super aerodynamic, and get those steely blue eyes. Awesome. Don't forget that website, guys. It's fake. All right. So we're going to go and play a jam for you guys real quick. Thank you so much for joining us. My name's Billy, and that is...
The Commodore.
That's right, baby. We're the KitchenKillaz.
I was waiting
Orlando,
for you
Florida.
to say Floyd.
Classified as a touring acoustic duo, crashing kitchens around the country. We do it every Friday. We do it for free! I like the button. I hit the button. That's right, man. So thank you guys for spending some time with us. We most certainly
Stole
appreciate it.
my line again.
David Naylor. I thought we could do it together with the effects. It just sounded really cool. Oh, you want to try it?
No.
Okay, fine. Next Monday. David Naylor, good morning. Kyle Nunez, the Biggity Bat from Trinidad. Good to see you. Glendale, fantastic. Matthew Pfeiffer, good to see you. My man Daniel Lewis, Laney Lerner, Michelle Hess, and StreamYard. Tracy Perry, as always, wonderful to see you here, Tracy. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I know you're here just to make sure that Bill stays out of trouble, which you can't put two Bills on the same show and expect no trouble. That's not how it works. They don't cancel each other out. They exponential. There's an exponential jump here. You know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Nobody does. Commodore, you want to tell them what song we're going to jam for you guys tonight?
We're going to play a little cover.
Yeah.
A little cover by our friends over at Toto.
Yeah, that's right.
I said Toto like it's a place.
Yeah.
It's people.
Yeah. We're going to be talking about a
It's
place.
a combination of people.
Yeah, they sing about a place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
Toto are people, and the name of the song is a place.
Yes.
We're going to sing about Africa. You guys ready?
How you feel about that?
Oh, more guys.
This guys?
Yeah, those guys.
You got it.
Yeah.
You got it.
That's so good.
Let me hit this button right there. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We normally do a little bit of a wrap-up, but we have Bill Keevan on the show this evening. We're really, really excited. But before that, we're going to get into one song for you. This started out as the one and done. Now it's the weekly wrap-up, and now it's a community conversation. And here is Africa by Toto. I hear the drums echoing tonight. She is only whispers of some quiet conversation. She's coming in 12:30 flight. The moonlit wings reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation. I stopped an old man along the way, hoping to find some long forgotten words or ancient melodies. He turned to me as if to say, "Hurry, boy, it's waiting there for you." Gonna take a lot to take me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. Gonna take some time to do the things we never did. Oh no. The wild dogs cry out in the night. They grow restless, longing for some solitary company. I know that I must do what's right. Sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti. I seek to cure what's deep inside, frightened of this thing that I become. Gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. Gonna take some time to do the things we never had. Oh no. Hurry, boy, she's waiting there for you. Gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. I bless the rains down in Africa. I bless the rains down in Africa. Gonna take some time to do the things we never had. Oh no.
Fun.
Well done,
Fun,
sir.
fun,
Well done.
fun.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's right. A little Toto for you. We were down in Africa with Bill Keevan not that long ago. We were blessing the rains.
Yeah.
That's what we did. That's actually
The rains were blessed.
That's what Toto wrote the song about. I bless the rains. It wasn't that. It was the I would say the congregation of I that was myself, the great Commodore, and Bill Keevan. It was a Bill sandwich, and the Commodore was the cream. That's what it was going on. He had center seat in the plane. I was in aisle. Where was I in window? I don't know. There was a lot of whiskey, lots of bourbon, something like that.
And rain.
I mean, I didn't have any. It
You
was
took
around.
You took care of the Red Bulls.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, joining us tonight, a good friend of ours. We are super excited. We've known Bill for quite some time, even though he hasn't known that we've known him. and he knew about us before we knew that he knew about
Seems
us.
creepy.
It seems kind of creepy.
It's not.
But he's
It's
got
not.
a voice for the stars and a face for radio. Ladies and gentlemen, let's chat with my man, the myth, the legend himself, Bill Keevan.
Can I ask a question before we go any further?
You just did.
Can I ask an additional question in addition to the question which I'm asking now?
Yes.
Nice.
Did you ever do any radio?
He's not talking to me.
No. I've only done just with interviews and stuff like that. Like we've been on the radio with KitchenKillaz and other projects that I've had before. But no, I've never. This is the closest to radio I've ever gotten, Bill.
Well, this is why I ask.
I have
First
a
of
face
all,
for radio?
you're
That's messed
you're no, you're spectacular at this show. But
Thanks, man.
you did something which is the one real skill in radio, which is hitting the post. So in a song which you were about to sing in, you hit the post like a professional DJ.
You end
was
the
spectacular.
speech just before the song begins, so you don't over-rock the vocals
Right.
with the words. Right.
And you got to
Hitting the
come out.
post.
You got to hit the post. It's got to be a beat between when you're done and you need to be finished being done. Like you have to not just stop talking. You
Yeah,
need to
yeah.
have timed out what you're going to say so that it ends, and then there's a beat, and then the lyrics hit or the hook, whichever one it is with the
Sure.
song. But that is the one thing that is an actual skill in being a radio DJ.
It's like that's all you need.
Other than
But
that,
no,
it's just the sound of your voice.
Everything else is just work.
Yeah,
Everything
that's
else.
true.
But it's it's a skill. It's an art. The people who are great at it, and I am not one of those people, but the people who are great at it are great at it, legitimately good at it. And today, everyone should be good at it because radio
Yeah.
is all done
Yeah.
pre-recorded.
Oh,
Because they
man.
talk, they record their talk, they play it back hours later.
Yep.
No one should miss a post, and it makes me aggravated when people miss posts.
And we just smash stuff on there. Just pick up. I've seen Bill. He literally buys cheap radios, so when they make a mistake, he can just grab it and smash it on the ground.
Not anymore. Nope.
Not anymore.
Nope.
We don't
I
smash
buy
radios.
expensive radios.
You know,
And smash them on the ground.
I really want them to get how pissed off I am about this situation. It used to be the $15 radio from Big Lots. Not anymore, sir. It's the $30 radio from Walmart. We're done here.
Throwing echoes around the house.
Just radios everywhere. Oh my God. Oh man. So Bill, thank you so much for joining us again. Welcome back. We joined us for a little pre-show, which then turned into the show, and we chatted a little bit about the 5-Minute Professor, a little bit of your history. But this Friday we have a really cool show coming up that you've invited us to be a part of, which is really awesome. You reached out to us months ago and you said, "Would you be interested in this?" And you had me at Mensa. Let's just be completely honest. Like that was super crazy. When I saw that, I paused for a moment and I pinched my cheek to see if I was alive, and it was real. And then I was like, man, that's pretty freaking cool. So I went to the Google box to make sure that I was accurate in my belief of what Mensa was. And I only know a little bit about it.
For those of us who don't know,
That's why I'm going to ask Bill to see if he can lay it out for us.
Bill, what's going on with this 5-letter word?
What is
So
Mensa?
Mensa is it's an international organization, and I'm a little embarrassed when I talk to people about it because it sounds a little braggy, but it is meant to be the top 2% or the 98th percentile of intelligence in the world. This is
The whole world.
the whole world. So when people ask me what are Mensans are people who are smart and want to let other people know that they're smart. So it's not just the one thing; it's the both things. And this is something which a lot of people, our mutual friend Brian Demeter, which is how you say his name. Everyone knows that.
I'm so proud of you, Bill. Everybody knows that. For those of you that don't know me, the three of us have known it for years.
I've known it for almost 25 minutes. But I talked to Brian because I wanted Brian to come out because the organization and people who are smart recognize that there's more than just the way that I'm smart. I'm smart because I'm really good at taking tests in English.
Gotcha.
But you give me that test in Portuguese, I'm out. I don't
Done.
speak Portuguese. the Eurocentric American style that we have for testing in this country, that's where my strength lies.
You can
That
crush that,
is
Bill.
that is a fastball outside half of the plate, and I
Gone.
can do some things with that.
The sweet part of the bat, and you hear the crack, and it just echoes throughout the stadium, and
Right.
that's a homer, baby.
But there are a lot of other ways, and both of you exhibit a different type of genius than I have. And musical ability is absolutely a type of genius, and there's no way that you can watch people that perform as a non-performer and say, well, that is a level of genius. That is not just somebody doing a gig. It is someone who has a real, legitimate, personal genius. And you can't look at the work that Brian Demeter does without saying, well, that guy's a genius.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
And so there's a lot of different ways that, and now don't get me wrong, not everyone's a genius.
Heard.
No, we got you there.
huge piles of this planet.
Most of them have drivers. Yeah, most of them have gotten a driver's license in Florida somehow. I don't know how they've done that, but they're all on the road at the same time that I'm going to work.
But
I don't know why they do that.
But here in Central Florida, we have a group which is pretty active. There's several hundred people in the group, and we get together on Martin Luther King Jr. weekend every year, which is a sign that maybe we're not that smart, because that means we can't ever go to the Highland Games in Winter Springs.
Also true. And you don't want to miss those, Bill. Those
It's the
are
same weekend.
fantastic.
It's the same weekend. Can't go wandering around. They don't let me wear the kilt at the Mensa thing.
Now, what would be fantastic is if you were able to bring the Mensa convention to the Highland Games. I would love to see that. That would be such a collaboration of creativity and intelligence. That would blow my mind.
I think that when you come out and see this group, you may revise your thinking.
I hear that, my dude. When you had first reached out to us, I said, man, I think I'm aware of what the Mensa Convention is. So I looked it up. I said, okay, no problem. I said, does he realize who he's inviting out here? We're just troublemakers, dude.
He absolutely knows.
He's like, we need to make fun of people, so we're going to bring these guys. I get it, Bill.
That is not it at all.
No.
And one of the things which, and because what I do there is I actually schedule the speakers. So we have a speaker schedule that runs throughout the weekend. It starts at 7 o'clock on Friday, and it runs until 11 o'clock on Monday morning. We have a schedule that goes on about every 90 minutes or so. And I introduce them. I make sure people know who the speakers are. Sometimes I help them if they need help. Most of them don't. But when people ask what it's like, it is a group of people who are supremely curious. Gotcha. That is the thing which is true about Mensans.
I'm super
The one
curious.
thing is that they're curious. There is no question in my mind the two of you would qualify for Mensa. You may not like the test, but there's ways. There's a huge number of ways that you can qualify to be in Mensa. And it is the sort of thing which, when I watch you perform, I think, well, these two people are geniuses, and they're screwing around.
It sounds like a really awesome, right? It sounds like a really awesome collection of people to just be around, just to surround yourself with. Just brilliant people that are curious. They want to talk. They want to learn. They just want to delve deep into something that they may not fully comprehend, or even if they think they fully comprehend it, they may find another source of information that leads them to believe maybe there's so much more there. Like, I'm going to take the red pill.
Well, there are if I'm reading this correctly, there are 200 different standardized intelligence tests.
Wow.
There are.
You can take.
You must have scored in the top
one
2% of the general population on any one of more than 200 accepted standardized intelligence tests.
So
on the day, I can find one of those 200 tests that I could pass.
So
you got 200 tries.
On the day that I took the test to qualify, I took 3 different tests, and one of them was a standard kind of IQ kind of test.
Sure.
And another one of them was just pictures. No words, no questions, and you just had to figure out which things went together or which things didn't go together
Interesting.
based on
Ooh.
and
That's
it.
fantastic. I'd be interested to take one of those just because I'm curious to like take one of those.
So I didn't take the test for a very long time, mainly because I think I'm smart, and a lot of the people that I know think I'm smart. But what if I took a test and found out I wasn't?
You don't want to let them down, Bill. It
Well,
shatters
this
your
is
whole reality.
one day I had an epiphany, and I said, you know what? Either I am smart, or I have fooled all of these people for nearly 60 years.
Hell yeah. I mean, that's a true professional, sir.
So I was okay. Suddenly I was okay with either outcome. I said, okay,
Either way, it
this is
doesn't matter.
fine.
And you can lean into one once you know. Once
Right.
you know what you're dealing with, then you can lean heavy into it, and you know that now you're kind of on the straight and narrow, and you don't have to have this question bouncing around inside of your head. You don't have to give it any more gray cell. You could just be like, "Yo, fantastic! I'm in Mensa. Congratulations, Bill." So you took 3 tests.
Yeah, you take 3 tests. That's the standard for when you
Nice.
take the test. And because if you come out to take the test, we would like for you to succeed.
Yeah, it doesn't
It
really
would be
sound
good.
like. What's up? Oh no way, Jen Hogan in the house, and that's what I'm thinking. It just sounds like a good group of awesome people. So, question for you: what are the? Is it any age? Is it any gender? Is it any nationality? Is it any like? What is the? What are there any kind of specific criteria that one must follow?
No.
Aside
The
from
answer to
being,
that question
of
is
course,
no.
pass the test. That's
So you have
awesome.
to be old enough to take a test. So when you're a youth, and I am not 100% sure what the rules are for children, but there's a standard for children at a certain age. But once you're an adult, it is one of these 200 tests. There's a wide variety of tests
The age
because there
cutoff
are
is 14.
right.
We're not able to provide testing for candidates younger than 14. Okay. Okay. Wow.
But-
we accept
but
roughly
it is-
150 tests administered by school. Okay. Okay. Cool.
But it is possible for a child to take an IQ test. The idea,
Sure.
and there's plenty of people that say, I don't know if this is true.
Right.
But the idea of intelligence doesn't change. You are as intelligent as you are as you begin. It's whether or not you know things and how well you are at articulating those things and how
Sure.
well that comes across.
Like you said,
that
you're
changes.
you're a good test taker. You
I'm
can
a-
read the
I'm a
material, you can record the
spectacular
material,
test
and then you can provide the material when requested.
Yes.
I
I'm
dig
good
it,
at
man.
taking tests
Hey,
in
that's
English, about English, and European and
If
American
the test's in
history.
Puerto Rican, bro, I'm out. If it's in
it's-
Spanish, I'm done. I can't do it.
There's a lot of ways I will not succeed. Ask me to dance. I'm out.
I gotta go.
I am
If there was
out.
a if there was a
stand
Mensa,
next to me, Bill.
yeah, if there was Mensa of dance, Bill's not there. No way. Not making it happen. He's gonna be like, good luck, guys. Fantastic.
That's actually one of the 200 tests, but
Yeah.
as soon as he entered the room, they're like,
He's out.
no, we're not going to give you that one.
I said next.
Oh man! For those of you just joining us, we're chatting with Bill Keevan, the 5-Minute Professor, about a show we have this Friday. I would say a what is it? What is the title of this Friday's event?
It is the Central Florida Mensa Regional Gathering.
A gathering,
It's a gathering.
a 2022 Central Florida Mensa Regional Gathering this Friday. Now it's a 3-day event. And you've
Yes.
invited us to kind of join you guys on Friday evening to warm the supple minds up.
Well,
on
aside
this
from everything
beautiful
else-
Friday night.
You do free gigs on Friday. I don't know if you're aware of that.
We do it every Friday, and we do it
For free.
That's right there. He nailed it, man. That's absolutely awesome. And dude, what a cool invitation. And I'm super excited. We really appreciate you guys reaching out. You and Tracy have been fantastic. We love both of you guys, and we're excited to continue kind of building this relationship. Plus, there's probably a lot of other last names that one of us is saying incorrectly that we'll be able to help each other with in the future as we move down the road.
There's going to be a lot.
Oh yeah, we have Steve.
It's those
Steve
artists.
My
All
man
those
Steve
artists.
Greek popped in, right? Right. And my man Steve Greek popped in a little earlier, and he goes, "Professor," and I was like, "Okay, cool. Like, what's going on?" He says, "I love playing Bill's trivia. It's always a treat." Steve Greek and Amy with a Y, they joined us this past Friday for the Voodoo Chef, and they always bring us a care package. Every time they've come here, they brought us a care package, and this was part of the care package. Amy had done this research on like the #1 cider voted by all of these people in all of these places
In 2021.
In 2021, so they gave us Red Bull, they gave us a delicious tequila.
2 4-packs of blueberry Red Bull.
Oh, blueberry Red Bull, and then Blake's Hard Cider, Light Cider, a variety 12-pack. So I just thought that was really cool because I wanted to talk about this on the show, but I needed a segue. The fact that Steve knows Bill and was like, "The professor!" I'm like, there it is. It's perfect.
Can I segue your segue?
Oh, well, yeah, please do. That's what segues are made for.
So one of the things which I love about the KitchenKillaz am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
One word all together with an AZ at the end.
Okay. KitchenKillaz. So there's usually food and drink at your kitchen events.
That's correct.
And we had a speaker that was scheduled who kind of fell out. He ended up having a conflict. He's going to go and do something to cover for somebody else because somebody's sick. So he's going and he can't do our thing because he was going to do a tasting for us. So instead, we've moved that tasting into your show.
Oh, I love that. That's fantastic. Excellent.
And this is the this is the main brand. This is Iron Smoke. It is a straight bourbon whiskey from the state of New York, and it's smoky. Now you're not going to get this. This is mine.
This is how delicious. You're not getting any of this.
You're not getting this one. We have another one which we're bringing. But it's this brand, and it is this. This is my partially opened bottle. I've had this. I don't know if you can tell how much is missing out of it, but I've had it for almost 2 days.
Gotcha.
So
I didn't know which way you were going with that, Bill. I didn't know if you were going to say 2 years, 2 days, 2 hours. I wasn't sure where we were going.
Almost
I love it.
2 days.
Ooh, Applewood smoked.
But this is one of the things we're having.
Rattlesnake
Rosie's apple pie.
Oh.
So we have a whole bottle of this, which we're going to be sampling, and
a whole bottle that you're going to be sampling. here's your sample. Blah, 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 blah.
Rattlesnake Rosie's maple bacon bourbon.
I want all of that, Bill. That's fantastic. Oh, we're looking at it. Holy Toledo Rattlesnake Rosie's apple pie, corn whiskey, natural flavor added, all natural, nice, 70 proof, nice, maple bacon, maple flavored whiskey. What? I gotta say, Dana Ricker is in here. Now, you were talking about musicians before, Bill, and I gotta kind of bring it out. There are some incredible little creators in here. Matthew Pfeiffer, amazing photographer. Dana Ricker, fantastic musician. Glendale, fantastic musician. DJ Jen Hogan, fantastic musician. Matt McIver is in here from Northern Ireland, incredible musician. Like, this place is packed with genius people. Lynn Floyd, fantastic creator. My mom, heck yeah, that's right. High five. Well done.
I don't want to say this, but I do know that of those 200 possible tests, making children is not one of them. That's not one of the ways in which you can be a genius.
No, that's okay. That's okay. If she's faster than me, and even though she's a lot of many miles away, has a fast Italian backhand, and I can guarantee if I say anything too salty, she's around here somewhere. But that was really great people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We're chatting with Bill Keevan, the 5-Minute Professor, as so appropriately titled. Now we've had the Lynn Floyd says, "Are you saying I failed?"
No.
No, easy.
It's just not a measure of genius. That's all I'm saying.
It's a different.
You can be very good at it.
It's a different group.
I will say,
that you qualify
Mama
for.
Floyd, since Bill Keevan, a member of Mensa, has come in and said he has no doubt whatsoever that both of us could qualify for that, I would say you successfully had a child that does potentially qualify for Mensa. So yes, you succeeded. That's what I would say. Yeah, take it. It's a good thing.
And I will take it a step further. I think that all of us are, in at least a small way, slightly less than our parents. So almost certainly Lynn qualifies as well.
I like that, Bill Keevan. That's what I'm talking
Nice.
about. That's what I'm talking about. We're some great people in here. So thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Let's see. Steve Greek said he made me remember me by sometimes used to when I'm feeling a certain way. Team name of Toss My Greeks. Oh my goodness
I
gracious.
know Steve Greek. Let's not for even half a second imagine that I don't know Toss My Greek salad as a team. When I do my live shows, I have to say all of the team names.
Of course.
And for one of the rounds, I have to say it every time you get a right answer. So, yeah. Yeah, I know
So
these.
I bring up the names in the chat because Dana Ricker from Canada has actually harvested maple syrup, and he told us it takes what 50 gallons to make 1 gallon of actual syrup.
50 gallons of tree sap.
50 gallons of tree sap to make 1 gallon of
one
maple syrup.
Maple syrup.
So Dana, you may be able to appreciate the tastiness of this bourbon that we're going to be trying on Friday. And even though you're in Canada, we're going to save a little bit for you if you make it down to Orlando.
I like
If
bourbon.
you do, we're just going to leave it there forever and ever. We'll give you the conference room name, and if you make it down here in 2026, 2027, we'll put a little sign there right up against it that says, "This is for Dana Ricker. Please leave." We'll seal it.
And you said it's a smoky bourbon.
Smoky bourbon, Jim.
I'm a huge Scotch fan, so I like
Oh.
smoky liquors.
Yeah.
So a smoky bourbon, I'm all about it.
That's why Bill was saying he knew you would be excited.
Do not hand me the bottle, Bill.
That is wise. That is
I'm
wise.
witnessing-
Pour it in my glass.
I'm witnessing him saying this to you. So if you do, and he'll be like, "Hey, I said don't do that,"
I'm
and
also
you say, "No, he
pour it
didn't,"
in my glass.
I'm gonna be like, "No,
but
you
don't give me the bottle.
you did."
There's a clear line there.
At least not until the end of the show. we need to get to the end of the show. Like maybe one song away, no problem. I'm okay with that. But yeah, I agree with what he said. But that's awesome, man. So we're gonna have some tasty drinks, some sips of samples, some sample sips this Friday. Plus, you said there might be some food there as well. What
there
kind of
will be
foods do you
food.
think we're gonna be looking at?
Really, I will call it browsing foods.
Ooh, I like browsing foods, Bill.
Snackage foods.
I'm a snacker. I graze. I like big meals, but I like to graze throughout the day.
There will be
so we'll
lots of
graze.
grazing available.
I'm a grazer.
I think our favorites are charcuterie boards.
Ooh, the jet charcuterie bowl. That's something
Cheese
we'll be doing.
and meats.
Oh yes, cheese and,
and
meats,
possibly some green olives.
nuts and fruits and,
And the
spreads
little pickles.
and planters
little
all
pickles
fruit.
they
Oh
got
yeah,
on
the
there.
little tiny
Little
pickles. Yeah, and some cheese. Some cheese. Would you like
There will-
some cheese?
The one thing I can say for absolute 100% certain, there will be peanut butter, there will be jelly, and there will be bread.
We like those three things
All
too.
right.
We can make that gourmet AF, Bill. Gourmet, super gourmet. It's going to be fantastic. That's going to be incredible. Steve Greek says hi to Miss Tracy as well. And Dana Ricker says it's snowing so much right now. I'm hoping to be there by Wednesday this week. What? Well, right on, dude. Come by the show on Friday. How awesome would that be? I mean, you got to take a test to get in. We don't. But you got to take one. Grilled PB&J.
We're being vouched for. Like, yeah, they're geniuses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're from Canada, though. We don't know you. Bring syrup.
Wow.
Bring some maple syrup. That's your in card right there.
But I got the syrup.
All
right, come on in.
come on in.
Come on in.
I want to dip my grilled PB&J in the fresh maple syrup. I would eat that.
Oh.
I bet that would be good. Not too much.
I
You know.
would eat that. I would try
Yeah,
it.
I would try it at least.
Hi,
I would
Tracy.
try it at least. Oh, goodness gracious. Hello. Listen, you. So I got to say, Bill, I love her. The conversation has come up several times between myself, the great Commodore, the mad scientist, our good friend. It's Jess. We've been crashing kitchens for about 4 years, and I would say there's been multiple times in conversations that it's come up the quality of the show and the joy and the fun that we had when we crashed your and Tracy's kitchen. That was such a great time. It was so awesome. We had such a wonderful time. The vibe and the energy was absolutely awesome, man. It was so cool. You guys were so welcoming. Your mom was so sweet. And Dennis said, this is, I think, hands down the best fried chicken I've ever made before.
Yeah, and he can't make the best fried chicken he's ever made before in a terrible environment.
No way, man.
So you set the stage.
Yeah.
And one of the things I remember from that night is you were super polite. You were like the perfect gentleman to every single
Yeah.
person in there. You're
He
like, may I
saved-
walk you to your car?
he saved
Let
us
me
a
get the
parking
door
spot."
for you. He walked down and like saved us a spot and then walked us up this way, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Like,
Walked everybody, said bye to
Very,
everybody.
very courteous man.
It was awesome, Bill. It was very welcoming. There's been a lot of times that we'll pull up to a place and there's nowhere for us to park. Like we're parked way down the street, so
That's
he's
not
like
right.
dropping me off in front of the house. I'm trying to run stuff in, and one time I think we parked in front of the driveway. We were like,
It
"F it, we're
happens.
staying here."
It happens.
So the fact that you did that we're super appreciative, Bill. It was such a good time that from the moment we got there to the moment we left, it couldn't have been better. It was absolutely incredible. So that's why it's like we really try to. They say the whole like what is it 90-10, like 90% of your problems come from 10% of the people that you work with. So we've worked really hard to keep that 10%. We've learned how to embrace the healthy relationships that we find, and unfortunately, it's more rare than I wish it would be. But some of the relationships that we've been able to build through this project have been not only relationships professionally, but really great friendships as well. You know, working with Tracy, working with you, and then crashing your kitchen, having both of you there, and then having the event on Friday. Super stoked, Bill. Thank you so much, man. We're really excited to just be a part of it. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
I'm excited to have you be a part of it.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm
you will
talking
be
about.
a highlight of the weekend. We're going to peak early in our second speaker slot.
Nice. And we get to graze, and we have bourbon.
Absolutely.
Yeah. 3 types of bourbon, sir. What do you think of those 3? What are you thinking? Do you like the maple? Do you like the OG or the super smoky one, or what was the other one? There was the maple, there was the
Bacon?
And then there's the apple pie.
the apple pie.
I was just wishful thinking there.
I think I'm. Is it maple bacon? I think it is maple bacon.
It is
Apple
maple
pie.
bacon,
Yeah,
and then
maple
there's
bacon,
apple pie.
and then the smoky bourbon.
I'm probably gonna be partial to the original, and then I'll probably like the maple bacon, and then the apple pie.
Yeah, I'm probably.
I'm just guessing.
Yeah, I'm assuming too. I'm probably going to go apple pie, maple bacon, original. That's where I'm probably going to fall there. But however, above all those things is a grilled PB&J dipped in Dana Ricker maple syrup. That sounded really adult. Sorry, Dana.
It really adult.
Sorry about that. So Bill, aside from Friday, the 5-Minute Professor, you do Facebook Live hosting as well. I've seen you and Tracy going kind of back and forth. Your guys' banter is fantastic. So tell us a little bit about that. And do you schedule these things? Is it just when you're feeling froggy, or how do you work that out?
So we do a show, and it's called The Lady and the Professor. And it starts at 8:30 on Thursday nights. And we do it essentially every Thursday night. And we started doing it during COVID times. But she and I have known each other for almost 30 years.
Wow.
And for a long time, she lived in New York and I lived in Florida. And we would, talk on the phone most nights. And we know each other from radio. And as a result of that,
awesome.
when we're talking, we said, "Oh, this would be a show." And so it is almost completely unmarketable, but it is, it's just general entertainment show with a goofy guy and a sexy lady. That's, there's some marketing available there, I guess, but the goofy guy is going to stay. It's like Sonny and Cher, and I don't ski.
You need the flip sides of the coin. You need that dichotomy helps, I think. If you have the really sexy lady, you can't have another really sexy guy, because then it just feels like you're supposed to be on HGTV, something like that, remaking somebody's kitchen. But in this case, it's the lady, fantastic, appropriate, and the professor, which I like a lot. And you guys just banter back and forth? Is there, because I see sometimes you'll put quizzes up there, people will kind of delve into the chat. It's super, super inclusive. Like, everybody can be a part of it.
That's what we want. We want people to join us as a part of The Lady and the Professor. And one of the things which we both know from being in radio is that we might be funny, but if we get 15, 20 people together, we're for sure going to be funny, because somebody's going to say something funny. It's 15 of us. What the hell?
It only takes one comment, and then whack-whack-a-doodle, baby. You're off to the races. That's it, man. You got 5 more minutes of content right there, and in that time, and all the comments that come in, you're going to have something else.
Absolutely.
I love it, man. I dig it. Let's see. Dana Ricker says, I'm almost 100% Mensa does not ask for the maple syrup sap to syrup ratio. Oh, wow.
It might be in one of the tests.
Might be in one of the tests. Who knows? There's 200 tests. There might be something in there about
it
the
is
sap to syrup
unlikely
ratio.
that that's more trivia than, knowledge. But
Dana,
if they told us what the ratio was and then said, and you need to have 17.38 gallons, how much sap do you need? That's a Mensa question.
I got you. That's awesome. So if you know the ratio, or her ratio, or Rufio, if you know the ratio, then you'll be able to answer that question appropriately, hopefully. And then that could potentially be a Mensa question in one of the 200 potential tests that you could take to find out if you're Mensa quality material, which is top 2% in the world, and also want to tell people about it.
That's the other part of it.
Gotcha.
It's, do you want to be around people who think of themselves as smart? And I know we're looking forward to it, and I know that a lot of the people you're going to encounter are going to be really, really awesome people, because that is what this is. It is not a 100-0 ratio, however, between people who are just people that want to be smart and want to tell you about it. There's some of them. Some of them come out.
So, we're going to meet some of them.
Yep.
Some of them don't
Yeah,
go
you
out
will.
that often. So the fact that they're going to be out is going to be a big deal.
It's possible.
I might
Could
even
happen.
just like pretend to be like not very smart just to make them feel better.
Just be quiet.
Like, oh, this is Billy. This is one of those. Wow.
Gotcha. Ooh. And I have to say, Matt McIver is our resident Abakai. And Matt, if you could guess, Dana Ricker says he harvests how many gallons of maple syrup every single year? What would you say? How many gallons of maple syrup do you think Dana Ricker collects, harvests, manufactures, produces every year? Matt McIver is usually really, really, really good at this. It's pretty incredible. So, Matt, I'm going to give you a little time to resonate on that one. And if you get it right, Bill Keevan is going to give you for free his top 20 tips on having it clean and shiny, baby. Top 20. Matt McIver, you're almost there. Oh, that's not bad. Matt McIver, not bad. He said about 77.4. I think that's good.
Yeah.
At least.
At least.
I'm reasonably sure that's been an answer before.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has.
I'm pretty sure.
Most likely. There's a 77.4% chance
We've used that before.
that we've used that number before.
At least, at minimum. Oh my goodness gracious! And it's so you guys get together once a year. What kind of events? What other events do you guys do, or how else do you get involved in the Mensa community individually or as a member?
So the Central Florida group has some special interest groups that get together every month. There's a group that I like to join as often as I can that likes to go out to breweries once a month. And there's
That's a good group.
yes, there is. There's a youth group where they're teenagers that are
They
a
go
part
to
of the
breweries.
organization.
At the breweries as well.
No.
Oh,
But
okay.
they're like a youth group. One of the things that is a challenge if you're a smart person is that throughout my life, it has not always been the sort of thing which people thought was a good thing for me to say, and
For sure.
there's a lot of environments where being smart is the right thing. And there's a lot of places where it just seems like you're bragging.
Sure.
And there's a certain comfort to being around people who the other people around are also smart, so it's okay to be smart. You don't
Yeah,
have to
it's okay to do
worry
that.
about whether or not you're going to get. And
What?
I'm not worried about getting beaten up, but
Heard.
I don't want people to not have a good time because Bill thinks he's smart.
Yeah, it was. I changed schools in the middle of 7th grade. I went from one school taught a completely different curriculum to another school, and I didn't realize there was such a difference in the educational level that was happening. I didn't know that. So my very first day at a new school, I'm in science class with Miss Rawls. We get a pop quiz. I've never even been to the school before. I get a pop quiz first day. I ace it. I get 100. I'm really happy. The next day, she comes in and she says, "Hey, everybody did pretty well in the pop quiz yesterday, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I wanted to give some attention to our newest student. He got the highest grade in the class. Billy Floyd got 100. Immediately, everybody effing hated me, Bill, and that was it. That was
Yeah,
the
that's-
immediate downturn of my entire career in public school. That was it.
Thanks,
It was
lady.
over. It was
Thanks for telling
over.
everybody.
Billy Beebe sat 2 desks in front of me, and he was super popular, and he hated me. And that was it. That was it. The next 6 years of my life was determined by that 100% I got on a pop quiz my very first day in public school, which is kind of like prison. If you've ever been to public school, look at the buses, look at the tables, look at the food. It's exactly the same, except the buses are yellow in school and they're white in prison. And that's it. And I just only know that from the internet. Just saying. However, but I bet it is very comforting to kind of be around other people where you have that commonality, where you can openly and freely talk and not have to worry about that judgment. That even though we're adults, I still know what it feels like. I still know what that judgment feels like. I can just handle it better now. I just don't care.
Yeah,
You know,
it doesn't bother me
It just
anymore.
doesn't bother me anymore. But I still know what it feels like, you know. So it's a, it's. Did you do that on purpose, or what was going on?
It was an accident.
Okay.
But you know what, though? It was smart. That was a good choice. Put the
Yeah.
attractive people more towards the front.
Like, we can still hear him.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fantastic. It's no big deal. It's great, man. Oh, man. Marianne Kurt, another fantastic musician, just joined the feed. Marianne, great to see you. She says, sorry for joining late. I was out, guys. You don't have to apologize, Marianne Kurt. The fact that you're even here makes just us so happy. You know, that's super awesome. Again, Jen Hogan, DJ Jen Cat. This is her new handle, DJ Jen Cat. She's spinning the discs, ladies and gentlemen. She's been in the music business for a long time, an incredible musician and an incredible singer. I gotta say, I'm pretty humbled by the people that are in here right now. Like, that's freaking crazy, you know. So for those of you again that are just joining us, we're chatting with Bill Keevan, the 5-Minute Professor. He has invited us to play this coming Friday at the 2022 annual regional gathering.
Yes.
Central Florida Mensa Regional Gathering.
I almost had all the words. Almost there. I think the words that I did say were in there.
Yes.
Just wasn't all of them.
Absolutely.
I gotcha.
You even added 2022.
Yeah, added
Because
2022.
it's fresh. Like, I'm still writing 21 on my dates.
It's still so
So
weird,
you got to
man.
remind people.
Yeah, I got to remind myself. I hear that 100%. So we're super looking for. I'm looking forward to Friday night show. We got a really great set plan for you as well. So we may be in touch with a little more detail as we move forward. Where to go, where to park, all that other good stuff. But hopefully everybody here in the chat is able to check in on Friday night. We go live at 9:05, and we're gonna have Bill. I would imagine you'd be comfortable with coming on camera and introducing everybody that's on the live feed to what's going on, and maybe kind of walking them through being our liaison for the evening.
100%.
I love it, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thursday nights at 8:30. The Lady and the Professor, which is fantastic. Now, do you still do your live trivia, right? I hope
So I do a live trivia show at Post Time Lounge and Cafe in beautiful Longwood, Florida.
Oh, that's not that far away from here. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You guys are only a hop, skip, and a jump away from the KitchenKillaz Casa.
That is absolutely correct.
I like that, man. I like that. I think we were headed to Glendale's. Glendale's not that far away either. I think we were headed to Glendale's, and we passed the apartment complex. I was like, wait a minute.
Did we?
That's right. They have such a cool little area right by. I was going to say right by the train tracks, but they're actually fancy. There's a really nice. They look really good.
I would like to point out also right by the train tracks.
Still
and
true.
our apartment is as close as this building gets to the train tracks. There are a lot of people that regularly ride the Sunrail that are intimately familiar with my bedroom.
There's Bill again.
Hey, Maybe he's going to be
There's
dressed
Bill
tonight.
again. Oh man, that's going to be such a good time, Bill. Thank you so much for joining us, giving a little bit about who you are as a person, as a radio host. Do you still find yourself on the radio every now and then? And where can we go to listen to this beautiful voice as we dial into that FM station? Even if it's AM, that's fine. We don't judge.
I will say this: I have not done any radio since the Phillips File went off the air because it is a. I will say it is a young man's game. And to be successful in that industry right now, you have to work very, very hard.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to accept being underpaid for a very long time before you are overpaid. And
sure.
I have reached a point in my life where I'm no longer willing to be underpaid.
I'm done. I'm in Mensa, bro.
I'm in Mensa, for Christ's sake.
That's now. How old was Jim when he retired? Because he retired a couple years ago, right? He stepped away.
A couple years ago, I think it was 71 or 72.
Wow. Now that guy was in the game. That was Jim Phillips, right? Jim Phillips.
Absolutely correct.
He's been in the game for a long time, and what an incredible voice. Closest to the Pin was one of my favorite things that he used to do. That was one of the coolest games. And that was around the time that I was listening was Closest to the Pin era. And I know, just like with our
So
show,
now you've narrowed it down to 15 years.
Yeah, that's it. You're welcome. You're welcome. That's what I do here. I narrow things down to small periods of time so we can make, closer judgments on when it was really happening and when it wasn't really happening. So I'll narrow it down some other time arbitrarily. in some way, on accident probably. If I do it on purpose, I did not mean to do it on purpose. So yeah, we're just kind of talking the smack, Bill Keevan. So it's but that's so. How would you feel about getting back on radio? If the opportunity presented itself, it was like, hey, Bill, we'd love for you to jump on in this little guest spot. You're kind of a big deal, and we miss your voice. How would you feel about that?
So at this point, I am asked to do things, and I try to do as many things as I'm asked to do, but there's a limited number of hours in days and weeks, and I have to do the things that I have to do to make money, and I have a family. I have a 12-year-old daughter and a wife, and they want to see me. So the only way it could possibly work would be if somebody wanted to pay me far more money than I'm worth to do this job. And I don't see that happening in this industry.
There's a chance.
Yeah,
There's a chance.
There's a chance. Yeah,
there is a chance.
So how much would it take, Bill? $2.5 million over 6 months. Why not?
I think I could make that work. I think I could make a couple of changes.
Have to trim here
maybe,
and there.
Maybe make that work.
One caveat though. I'm not leaving this office.
No, I'm doing it right from here
These headphones
with my gaming headset.
That is already
this
my
chair.
life.
Yeah.
I already don't
my
leave
work
this office.
desk is right here.
He's
When
like,
we
so I
were
went from
talking
here
before, I was
to
sending
here.
a couple of emails for work.
Well, after spending all the time in the chair today, man, thank you so much for spending a couple more minutes and joining us and chatting with us about Friday, which is going to be a great time. So I'll reach out to you a little later in the week for some details. Arrival. Oh, easy, Tracy. Easy. Oh, goodness gracious. Tracy Perry, another fantastic. Good job, Bill, by the way. What a fantastic person. Just an incredible person through and through. One of the, and we, the great Commodore and I have met a lot of people throughout this project, and Tracy is right at the top, man. The top 2%.
Easily.
98th percentile.
Yeah, and she
And
didn't even
you
have
may
to
be
take a test.
underselling it.
No. Yeah. Oh, yeah. A little bit. Well, what I do is I set it up for you to dunk it home. So that's I'm a wingman. I'm a great wingman. You're not hearing this, Tracy. Don't worry about it. I'm setting Bill up, so just knocks it home. That's what's going. It's what's going on. It's fine. It's fine.
It's okay, Billy.
Fine.
She likes wings.
She does. Okay, top 1%. Okay, fine. You got it. You're right. Fine. Oh, man. That was awesome. Thank you guys again for joining us tonight. We are here with Bill Keevan, the 5-Minute Professor, chatting about the show we have this Friday, which is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a great time. Good drinks. We even teased some of the tasty treats that are going to be on the show on Friday. Oh, a little maple bacon, some apple pie, and the OG Iron Smoke. Look how happy that guy is smiling on the bottle right there. Is that a skull? And is that skull smoking? That's what I think is happening right now.
Yep.
He is.
Yep.
Is that a pipe? Oh,
Yeah.
he's
Yes.
sophisticated too. He's sophisticated. Iron Smoke. I like it. That's awesome, Bill. So before we get going, do me a favor. Take some 30 seconds, Bill, and remind everybody here where you can be found, who you are, and the best way to find this beautiful personality of yours all over the interwebs.
You can find the 5-Minute Professor on Facebook. You can find the 5-Minute Professor on YouTube. You can find the 5-Minute Professor doing live trivia at Post Time Lounge and Cafe. You can find me with my Facebook live stream, The Lady and the Professor. And you can send me an email at 5minuteprofessor, spell out all the words, at gmail.com. If you cannot spell professor, I am actively hiding from you.
Oh, I love it.
Fair enough.
That's it, guys. That's pretty much the litmus test right there. That's it. If you can't spell professor, I'm actively hiding from you.
Which, for those of you who are in the feed right now, it's on the screen. So
Well, this is
get
the
out
thing.
of-
Whenever I say that, it is
Get out of-
always someplace where you could see it.
Get out a piece of
And
paper.
people still misspell it. I
write it
host a
down.
live trivia show on Tuesday night with multiple choice answers, and people misspell the words that I have on a screen that is 15 feet wide and 6 feet tall, and they
Not-
misspell the words. It drives me insane.
Not
you
the
didn't have
2%,
to
Bill.
guess. You didn't have to
right
guess.
there.
It's there.
Situational awareness. situational awareness. It's right there.
Even if they get it right, you're like, you spelled it wrong.
Wrong.
But that's the right answer. You spelled it wrong.
It's wrong.
Get out of here.
Sorry, gotta
Matter
go.
of fact, I'm kicking you out of this whole competition.
And we are all
Leave the
now
building.
dumber for having
you
to
so
listen
much.
to your answer.
If you
man.
if you ever come out to one of my shows, I always have a category about U.S. history, and frequently I have questions which are U.S. presidents, and they say, "Can it be multiple choice?" And I said, "Yes, it is one of the 45 men who have been president of the United States." And I'll help you out. It was a white guy, and so there it
Narrowed it
is.
down
So
there,
we've
Bill.
narrowed it down.
Narrowed it down even more. I like this. Well, you're just lining them up for home runs, bro. I mean, what else are you supposed to do? How else are you supposed to make it easier for people to succeed? I don't know what else you could do. I have no idea. Tapas drives me nuts. Oh, get out of here. Dana Rickert, I'm going to fight you. We're going to fight. I'm going to fight you. That's awesome.
That's how they spell it in Canada, though.
I read that as a pirate.
What?
Like, it drives me nuts. Instead of saying, my, you throw that little pirate twang in there. That's
Drives
it.
me nuts.
It drives me nuts. Oh man, like he possesses the nuts, like not driving him nuts. You know what I mean? Like
We get it.
that are his. That are being driven by typists.
This will get a lot funnier. Spend another 90 seconds explaining this joke, Billy. It's getting funnier every second that passes.
That's my favorite. Oh, Bill, we're going to wrap it up, my man. If you don't mind hanging for just a couple minutes, let us finish this, and we'll do a little post show and see how everything went. And thanks again, Bill, for joining us, dude. We'll see you on Friday, which is going to be really great. Guys, if you're around, please be around. If you're not around, make yourself be around. 9:05 this Friday, Eastern Standard Time. The great Commodore and I are going to be kicking it with Keevan. That's right, Friday at 9:05, ladies and gentlemen, where he's going to be giving 30 tips on how to have a clean and shiny head. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. 10, 20, and 30. We just keep building it up. We're going to have great treats and tasty drinks, 3 of them. And the Commodore's not allowed to have the bottle. Don't give him the bottle. I get that.
Only as much as will fit in my glass.
That's it. A glass.
I'm bringing my own glass.
We have a 22-ounce big bloke coming with us. It's not a big bloke. No, it just looks like one. Don't worry, Outback. It's fine. I don't work there anymore. It's no big deal. We'll talk to you soon, Bill. Hang out with us for just a couple minutes, man. We'll be right back. What a good guy, man. Bill and Tracy are just fantastic. I'm really looking forward to hanging out with them on Friday.
In case nobody could tell through that whole conversation, Friday night's going to be a blast.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Bill's definitely going to be on camera.
Oh, yeah.
We're definitely going to chat with him.
Yeah.
I'm going to have some bourbon.
That's right. And be sure again at Thursday night at 8:30. Check out Lady and the Professor. Bill was just talking about it. And Tracy is, I would say Bill's a fantastic personality. He really is. He's an incredible, good friend, and incredibly just a brilliant guy, a very intelligent person, and we talked about this before, just super caring. Like super empathetic, super sympathetic, and he seems to put the people he loves the most first before everybody else. Like you were saying, he was walking people down to their cars, saying goodbye to them, welcoming them up. He's so personable. Oh, yeah. And right next to him is the lady, Tracy Perry. So she's going to be there on Friday night as well. And if you guys love Bill, you are going to double love Tracy. She's absolutely incredible and a wonderful, wonderful person. So if you guys are able to be there in person on Friday night, I don't know if you're allowed to. You got to pass one of 200 tests, or you can bring us grilled peanut butter and jelly dipped in Canadian maple syrup made by Dana Rickert only.
We'll make sure you get in.
Yeah. You can be our roadie, or you can be our merch manager, or you can be our sound engineer.
I'm tempted to pop down to Post Time Lounge and Cafe.
That's what I'm talking about. That'd be awesome, man.
Try my skills at the trivia.
Yeah, I'm just going to sit there and eat tacos and watch everybody. Hopefully they have if they don't have tacos, I'm going to have to go to Waco's Taco, and then I'm going to have to bring the tacos to Post Time Cafe because I'm a man of repetition. I don't know what this is going to be like. Maybe
See
they
what
have.
happens. It's a lounge and cafe. Maybe there's got to be some kind of food there.
Oh, I bet they can make tacos.
Maybe not tacos.
If I bring tortillas, could you just put stuff in there and give them to me?
If you put anything in these tortillas,
fine.
It's a taco.
Yeah. I'll bring my own tortillas and just order whatever. I don't mind making my own.
I'm trying to make it easy for you guys.
Yeah, I'll make my own tacos.
So so basically just order anything on their menu and bring the tortillas.
Bring the tortillas with me.
Well, before you take them out of your pocket, we're like, do you guys have tortillas? Yes.
Yeah. Damn it. What am I going to do with all these tortillas?
Wasted these.
Son of a bitch. Oh man, what do you want to end it with tonight, Commodore? You want to do a little music video? Do you want to do something from the album? What are you thinking? You want to do a little TPJ?
Let's do something from the album.
Something from the album? I like that.
What do we got here? We got
Glendale says, "Are you going to play something?" Glendale, we already rocked a little Africa for you, man. We did a little Toto. Like listen. It's like asking a magician to do the same trick twice, man. You can't do that. That's crazy, man. However, invite us to your kitchen.
We do have 67 songs.
We do. Do we have 67 songs? Or are you just making that up? Because that sounds fairly accurate.
It's either 62 or 67.
There's a thing at the top and the
66.
Things. Okay. So in neither one of those, but 66 is fine. Yeah, man. Well, what do you think? What are you thinking? Let's do something like let's see. I don't know. It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter.
Oh, you want to play another song?
Yeah, something nice and easy for Glendale. We'll end it with a little, something from nice and simple. Maybe a little Somewhere with You. Just Like Collide would work, if you want to do that. That's okay.
Just Like Collide.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. We can end it with a little song,
like
McSongerton. You know what I'm talking? A little DSC.
Walk a little for tacos.
That's right. Can I just rip tickets like the guy at the theater, Dana? They're not even real. You just walk up and he just takes the ticket out of his pocket and rips it and says, "Go ahead." People are very confused. They're like, "What?
Why is that guy out there? What guy? Never mind.
Don't worry about him. Just say thank you. It's fine.
Can you take him some of that bourbon?
Yeah. He gave me a half of a ticket I didn't give him and maple syrup in a little tiny glass. I don't know what's happening. Just say thank you. It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about him.
His name's Dana.
He's fine. He's great.
He'll be here all night.
He'll be here all night ripping tickets.
If you need to see another ticket ripped, just walk on over.
Oh, God. Oh man, we're gonna plug some stuff in. We're gonna play a song real quick. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you are just joining us, you missed a great chat with Bill Keevan, the 5-Minute Professor. We're chatting about this Friday's show, which is gonna be here in Orlando, which is gonna be super cool. What are all the words? 2022, got it. Mensa, got it. Gathering, got it. There's those three things.
Central Florida,
Mensa.
Regional gathering.
Regional. There we go. That's what I have the Commodore for. Whatever words I don't remember, he remembers. And whatever words he remembers, I probably don't remember anyway. That's why he's there. Something like that. The math adds up. Don't worry about math. We don't do math on Tuesday nights. So thank you guys so much for spending some time with us. What? Did you catch that? That's right. It's Monday. So let's rock and roll. You can catch this. What do we do? This is track number 1 on our first CD. You can get it at KitchenKillaz.com. You can find it on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, all that good stuff, baby. All that good stuff. And we appreciate it, guys. Thank you very, very much for spending some time with us tonight. And again, a huge shout out to Bill Keevan for joining us, and for Tracy for popping in and just having a good time. How's Eighth Notes?
Yep.
All right. I like Tracy just, popping in, having a good time, staying out of trouble, adding some sexiness to the intelligence, some intelligence to the sexiness. But we dig that, guys. And thank you so much for spending some time with us. This is called Drift Slide Collide. Hope you guys are having a really great night, and I hope you're enjoying your Wednesday night. Thanks, guys. As shuttles run in circles, silhouetting as they pass me by, on the wall is prancing ponies, only drifting through this 2D life. Won't you take my hand and trust me? Won't you leave from pain and touch my floor? There's some space that right beside me. I could be just what you're looking for. As we drift, slide, collide, explode to something undiscovered, something that could lead my world to love. Slide, collide to something special. I might join you in your painting if you join me in my 3D world. I'll run up in horizontal if you would be my 3D girl. As we drift, slide, collide, explode to something unpredictable, something that could lead my world to love. Slide, collide, grow mountains with rivers running rapid, like waterfalls. I'm coming home to you. Slide, collide, explode to something unpredictable, something that could lead my world to love. Slide, collide to something special. explode to something undiscovered, something that could lead my world to love. Slide, collide, grow mountains with rivers running rapid, like waterfalls. I'm coming home to you. Slide, collide, explode to something unpredictable, something that can lead my world to love. Slide, collide, grow mountains with rivers running rapid, like waterfalls. I'm coming home to you. Slide, collide, explode to something unpredictable, something that can lead my world to love. Slide, collide to something special, special. Collide to something special. Whoa, whoa, no. Whoa, as we drift, slide, collide to something special. Yeah, yeah. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We most certainly appreciate it. Oh, yeah, baby. My name is Billy Floyd. That is
The Commodore.
We are the Kitchen Killaz from Orlando, Florida. Classified as a touring acoustic duo, crashing kitchen around the country. Do it every Friday. We do it for free. And this Friday, you can check us out at 9:05, which is going to be super cool. We're going to be with Bill Keevan, kicking it with Keevan, baby. This Friday at 9:05. You can find us this Wednesday, patreon.com/KitchenKillaz. We stream every Wednesday at 7:05 to a private Facebook group that you will be a part of once you sign up for our Patreon. We go over new originals, new covers. We talk about the menu, the upcoming guests. They get the insider information before anybody else does. You get brand new music, all that good stuff. Access to some pretty cool awards as well. Reese Peacock was our 2021 Grand Champion, which is cool. We do a drawing every month, so you guys get to be a part of that as well, depending on what tier you choose on Patreon. But find us everywhere: Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, email, twitch.tv/KitchenKillaz. And then a huge shout out to all of our sponsors: Wayne Dench, EMS Mobile Detailing, Castador Studios, Tonatori's Restaurante and Marketplace, Lakeland Barbecue, Lakeland Ice Cream Company, Coffee Shop of Horrors, and Jonesy's Cafe out in Tavares, and the Art House. That's right, Curry Ford West. Executive Director Sarah Shulak, being absolutely awesome and a great, great friend of ours. Thank you guys so much for spending some time with us. I'm going to give it to the great Commodore to give you a so long and a farewell. And ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the Commodore.
Good night, guys. Thanks for joining us on this lovely Monday night. We'll see you on Wednesday. We'll see you on Friday. We'll see you next Monday. We'll see you next Wednesday. See you next Friday.
Carry the two, divided by